Hey everybody, my name is Kartik Subramaniam. I'm a real estate entrepreneur here in Southern California. I'm the founder of a very large real estate education company. Absolutely love what I do. I have a passion for the business. I'm happy to have found it. Follow my journey here on YouTube. Hey everybody, Kartik Subramaniam over at ADHI Schools. Wanted to respond to an email that I got here recently, and the email basically goes like this. Dear Kartik, I have been a real estate agent now after taking your class for 7 years, and I've made a lot of money selling real estate. I think it's time for the next step in my career, and I want to open my own real estate brokerage. I understand you have your own company. I wanted to get your thoughts on this topic, and any advice would be most appreciated. Sincerely, in a student's name. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this specifically is because the last 5 years, everybody in the real estate business, frankly, has been the beneficiary of a bull market. There's a very famous saying, a rising tide raises all boats. So if you're operating in the real estate business right now, it's quite likely that you're doing relatively well. Now, because of that, the ego will take hold and you'll think that you want to be on your own. And I understand that, right? I think a lot of people that are successful in real estate kind of have the progression of, I'll get my license, I'll start being a real estate agent, I'll make a bunch of money, I'll start my own company, and then I can retire. I will share with you that starting your own company and having all of that overhead might not be the route that you want to do as a business person. Now, frankly, I started my own real estate company at the age of 26. I'm 38 now, so 12 years on my own. And I asked myself, now by the way, I wouldn't have it any other way, but that's kind of the way I'm wired. But it's quite likely that I might have been wealthier if I would have just stayed in a real estate office, used their infrastructure, flushed their toilets, ate their donuts, flirted with their receptionist, right? I can't do that here, but flirted with their receptionist and had all the profit for myself. Let someone else absorb all of the overhead. Now, frankly, I know as a real estate agent, generally a lot of us are entrepreneurial. We want to make our own business, we want to build our own brands, and we want to be on our own. I totally understand that. I'm just discussing with you things that you might not have thought of. You got to have errors and omissions insurance. That's going to cost money. You're going to probably have rent if you want to hire agents. Our office here is, we have, several offices in our building. We have the studio we just built. We have an audio room. We have a main office. We have a conference room. I mean, all the stuff costs money. You don't think about this until you have your own company. Everything down. I was just actually, Wacko was in our audio room yesterday and he was eating, I'm sure some pastry of some sort. And he went to go throw it away. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't realize we don't have a trash can in that audio room, right? It's kind of a clean room. And he came out here. So the point is, everything down to the trash cans and the desks and the chairs and you have to spend all that on your own. I think a lot of people as real estate agents, when you walk into an office and everything's just there, it didn't get there magically, someone paid for all that. So you're gonna have rent, you're gonna have furniture, you're gonna have equipment that you need to buy. You realize you need to scan something. Oh my God, I don't have a scanner. You gotta go to Best Buy and buy a scanner and get it off Amazon. So all this stuff, all these expenses that you're going to incur starting your own company, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I did it, right? But if I had an older brother that was gone down my path, I think some advice would be, hey, just be sure that you know what you're getting into before you start your own real estate brokerage. So that's my advice to you, my friend. If you want to start your own company, fine, but just realize it is really quick to blow through money. Rent, insurance, utilities, furniture, and then the question then becomes, well, how do you get people to work for you? Because real estate agents generally can tend to be quite fickle. If you got them on an 80% split, all of a sudden they get someone offering them 85, they're going to leave. Someone else offers them 90, they're going to leave. So unless you have a deep relationship with the people that you work with, they might be out the door at the next best opportunity, and that can hurt you over time. So the point is that just don't go into this blindly. Two things I want to just really impart to you if you're considering starting your own firm. Number one, be aware of the expenses. And number two, know where we are in the real estate cycle. The last 5 years, again, have been a crazy bull market. I'm not saying the recession is going to hit tomorrow, but we're several decades into the cycle. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down. And if you start your own company at the height of the market and all of a sudden there's a downturn, your bills aren't going to stop. So just some practical advice from someone who's Number one has his own real estate company. I used to work at a very large company, and it was only after I left that company I realized, I need to make a copy. I don't have a copy machine at the time. So those things are hard lessons to learn, and they can be expensive if you're not fully prepared. Just make sure your ego is in check, right? If you're going to start your own company, it shouldn't be just blind ambition that makes you run toward that finish line. Make sure you've thought about it at the end of the day. Remember Warren Buffett's number one rule, don't lose money. Rule number two, never forget rule number one. As always, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you on and offline. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribing helps me make more videos, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks.